Welcome to Jonestead, stranger. An underground town, safe and far away from the troubles on the outside. I'm not surprised you haven't heard about us. It's not the most interesting place in Skyrim for adventurers. Not really. Normally, I'd ask a newcomer if they're interested in building a home down here. But since that would mean relinquishing all of your weapons, I get the feeling that wouldn't work for you. I suppose if you're desperate for work, you can see if our town's founder, Marcus Pinter, has any errands for you to run. When Marcus and I founded Jonestead 10 years ago, he made it very clear that he wanted it to be a safe haven. He wanted to have no part in whatever wars were fought on the outside. The town's pacifist roots have helped so far in avoiding attention from either side in the Civil War. Bandits have never been a problem, thanks to the Jarl of the Rift and his commitment to securing our perimeter. I'm Walsh, co-founder of Jonestead, along with Marcus. If you ever need anything around town, I'm the man to see. Take care of yourself out there.
I take it you're going to ask me something important? G'day, fisherman. That's all there is to it. Sorry if I'm not as interesting as you, traveler. Well, I don't leave the town. My old bones aren't what they used to be, and I wouldn't be able to fend off any animals out in the wilderness. I used to be a damn good fisherman years ago. I like to think I still am. If only they'd fill a small lake in here, I'd prove it to you. Now go catch a big fish for me, will you?
What? Who are you? No. I apologize. It's just that we tend to expect the worst when a stranger walks into my house. Let's just start over. I'm Marcus Pender, founder of this town. If you're looking for work, then I have the perfect task for you. I sent my daughter Kasia out over an hour ago to fetch some fresh goods from Ma Dato, and she hasn't returned. If you wouldn't mind, can you go look for her and bring her back immediately? I have some spare coins lying around to pay you for your trouble. Now, don't be so discouraged. It's only a test to see if I can trust you with bigger and better paying work. And besides, aren't these small fetch quests what all adventurers are into these days? Just bring her back soon and you'll get paid. I need to get back to planning.
Wake up! Stop daydreaming about me and where you're going.
This is unacceptable. What gives Walsh the right to open private shipments addressed to my name?
You have to understand that it's only a precaution, Baska. Ever since you moved here, you've been petitioning non-stop to allow the sale of weapons. My father...
Yes. Your father. I've asked countless times to speak with him privately about his idiotic policy, and still he refuses me. This town's love for pacifism has gone too far. Nobody here wants to admit it, but Skyrim is under attack. Noble warriors on the outside are in desperate need of weapons wherever they go. Let me provide them with the swords that they need, while at the same time helping your father up from the empty pit he's dug himself into.
Don't pretend to care about my father. If you truly wish to help, then you could start by not breaking the rules. Aid the people of Skyrim by going to where they need it most. Do not wait for that opportunity to stumble into town.
You've made your point. So be it. But my chance at saving a little piece of Skyrim is right here in Jonestead. Tell your father that I will no longer be pestering him over this matter. Now take your goods and leave. I have a much more appreciative guest waiting to be served. What have we here? A rude question, don't you think? Truth is, they were self-inflicted. Had a nightmare involving a scantily clad woman who tried to seduce me. Something was off about her, so I attacked her and she transformed into a rat that tried to gnaw my eyes out. And that's it. I woke up with scars on my face from trying to claw it off of me. Baska. Just your simple Argonian trying to make his way in Skyrim. I heard the old warehouse keeper had an accident with a bear when traveling to Bruma to visit his family. So I jumped at the chance to fill the open position. Good, peaceful work that has a modest pay rate. Far better than my last job. Nothing at all. I only heard that Jonestead was having a little trouble with its economy given the return of the dragons. So I suggested the idea that we take in weapon shipments so we can sell them to any wandering adventurers. I only smuggled in a sword or two to prove Marcus wrong, but I had no idea Walsh was promoted to inspector. Sorry if I had the best interests of this town on my mind. Those uptight sons of... I'm afraid I can't help you. This is a warehouse, not a shop. My orders are to keep track of the inventory and supplies that are to be distributed freely among the rest of the people in town. You're welcome to take supplies, I guess. I won't stop you, but at least have the decency not to take all the alcohol on the second floor. May we meet again.
Oh, hello. I did not realize you were waiting. You're new to Jonestead, aren't you? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Kasha. I apologize for giving you a poor first impression of our town. Baska over there isn't on the best of terms with my father, and I foolishly thought it was a good idea to confront him. But enough of that. It's not every day that a stranger comes to our town. What brings you to Jonestead? In that case, maybe you should talk to my father. He may have something for you. This again? Can't you just let me have some time to myself without worrying? Ugh, this is so embarrassing. He won't say it, so I will. Sorry for wasting your time. Let's hurry and get back home. I sure hope he pays you well.
Kasha, where have you been?
I went to get the food from Adado like you asked.
Which took you hours? Listen, Kasha, you can't keep doing this. Now more than ever, I need to know you're safe. The Civil War and the return of the dragons. This is the perfect chance for them to strike.
Nothing is going to happen, Dad. Almost 20 years of us running away from whatever it is you fear, even longer for you alone. Not once have we been in danger.
Soon you'll understand. I'm so close to finishing this battle. when it's finally over, I'll tell you everything. Trust me.
Trust? How can you say that? You trusted the stranger to bring me back here. When you couldn't trust me to do something so mundane as to bring you food? You haven't left this house since we got news of the attack on Helden. Keep hiding all you want, but I'm visiting Ripton tomorrow. With or without your permission.
Walsh has already been informed to keep an eye on who comes and leaves Jonestead. I made sure to let him know you are not allowed to leave unless I say so. Alto and Bugdol will be outside the gate if you manage to slip out.
Are you insane? Okay, have them do that. I'll find some other way out of here.
That went better than I expected. Not good, but not as bad as how she reacted when we moved out of Solitude when she was a kid. I hope it wasn't a hassle tracking her down. As promised, here's 200 gold. It's not much, but I have some more to spare if you're willing to run one more errand for me. Indeed she did. To her, I'm just an overprotective father, but in reality, I held a truth that would devastate her emotionally. Look around, dear friend. There is turmoil wherever you go. Not just Skyrim, but all of Tamriel. War, dragons. But none of that is what worries me. There exists an enemy that has plagued my family for generations. Pinder family has known nothing but their torment ever since the end of the Third Era. I cannot discuss it with anybody except my closest confidants. Not even Walsh knows the real reason why I'm so afraid. The fact that I am even talking to you about this is because I trust you not to say a word to my daughter. Maybe when it is all over, you'll learn about what I was fighting by reading the history books. Or you'll quietly go on with your life as my bloodline comes to a tragic end. I'm sure she wouldn't be too happy if all I said was, she's the best daughter in Tamriel. Her mother passed away during childbirth. I'm sure she would have loved Kasha. She was stoic, for lack of a better term, but compassionate. She would have been an excellent mother, and a far better parent than I have been. Beautiful, isn't she? Her looks obviously come from her mother, who was Ashen. They're quite a rare sight in Tamriel. Kasha is actually a mixed race. Ashen, Nord, Imperial, and even Bosmer. Our family has quite a history. Fine by me. That stubborn Argonian has been insisting on the sale of weapons here in Jonestead to help improve our economy. I understand the need for weapons in Skyrim these days, but I will not allow him to compromise the virtues this town stands for. Besides, we rarely receive any visitors, much less soldiers and adventurers. We'd end up losing more due to shipping costs. Walsh and I have discussed the situation in private, and all that needs to be said is that if he tries to sneak in weapons again, we're kicking him out. That is unfortunate. This isn't the first time Kasha has tried fighting my battles. It must be because I'm getting old and she feels the need to defend me in any given situation. Thank you for telling me. I'll have her apologize to Bosco later, even though what she said in their banner was probably true. Yes, originally I had planned to have you deliver this letter by yourself, but as you saw, Kasha is furious. It would be a load off my back if you can take her with you. May she consider it my unspoken apology for embarrassing her. Usually, she would have to wear a mask whenever she travels with me outside of Jonestead. But I figured since your path is through the wilderness, it wouldn't hurt not to wear it this one time. Exactly what I wanted to hear. Now to tell you where you're going. Do you know of Euphoria Palace? No problem. I'll mark it on your map. Here's a letter. Don't bother trying to read it. It's highly encrypted. Deliver it to one of the guards at the front entrance. They'll know who it's for. It's a brothel. Now before you judge, I have business with the owners, not the courtesans. We go way back. Our friendship during these trying times will be beneficial for us all. This letter is requesting their assistance. That's all there is to it. Have Kasha tag along, deliver the letter to Euphoria Palace, and return for your payment. I'd appreciate if you'd do this immediately. Go tell Kasha about the plan when you're ready. I have to lock the doors behind you. Now if you'll excuse me.
Oh, hello again. Are you planning on staying a while longer? It'd be nice to have some company for once. Thinking about a way to get out of here. Walking up the door won't work if what Dad said is true. Maybe stuff myself into a crate and wait to be shipped off? Vasca sends out shipments every other day. If I sneak into the warehouse during the middle of the night... No, you're right. It won't. I just don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just being selfish. My father needs me. I just wish he wouldn't be so paranoid about me getting hurt. Give me one chance to prove that I can look after myself. To explore Skyrim without him by my side. True freedom. What? Are you serious? By the gods, what did you say to him? Doesn't matter. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. Let me get some of my gear. Well, I better bring along my mask, too. I don't know what to say. Ever since I was a child, we would always have to cover our faces everywhere we went. Again, thank you. If only you knew how long I've waited for this opportunity. Where are we going? Ugh. I knew this was too good to be true. Father's obsessed with that disgusting place. He always has an excuse. Delivering a letter, checking up on an old friend. He can't admit that he's going there for, you know. Does he have no shame? Bet that letter is only to schedule another appointment. Yes, it's a chance to finally get out of Jonestead and see the world in a completely new way. I'm not thrilled about the destination, but it should be fun nonetheless. Maybe my father is turning over a new leaf. This could be his way of preparing me to leave the nest. My 20th birthday is coming up. Right behind you. It would be best not to upset my father by taking me anywhere else other than the palace. Not that I would mind, but I'd hate for you to get in trouble. If you have an emergency on the way there, you can send me back to Jonestead. I'll wait inside by the entrance.
Look! Baku!
Welcome to Euphoria Palace. Ah, thank you. It shall be delivered as soon as my shift ends. Yes, we get letters like this all the time. Let us do our job and you do yours, courier.
How did it go? Well, I guess that's what happened when it comes from a frequent customer. I'm just thinking. Can't help but feel mesmerized by the majesty of this world. And yet so sad that I have to go back under my rock for gods know how long until I can see it again. But will I? At least like this? Because of you, my father allowed me to go out with a complete stranger and without hiding my identity. I have no way of knowing for sure if I will ever get another chance at being so close to freedom. Or pleasantly disappointed, but I see your point. Maybe this is only the beginning of something wonderful. Dad won't let me spend my birthday cooped up inside again with only the Zunza family as party guests. Right after you, ma'am. Oh, and one more thing. Thank you for making me feel better.
Never should have come here.
So you like to go feeling around people's pockets looking for... Let's not hang around then.
Are you alright? They didn't touch me, I didn't touch them. Sorry about not helping. Wait, does he have to? I mean, yeah, you're right. They were standing in front of the entrance after all. I have a bad feeling about this. I might want to check their bodies, see if they were carrying anything important. Father's going to be so furious. We need to hurry up and tell Dad about what happened.